If you do a lot of crypto research like I do, you may look at the amount of coverage Cardano gets and think, well, what's so special about this blockchain in particular? Is Cardano different than Ethereum, Polkadot, or Binance Smart Chain? Does it really have a better product? I'm not a maximalist, so I don't believe in one chain beating out others. Just like I think Apple, Google, and Facebook can coexist, smart contract blockchains can coexist too. So if you hold ADA or are thinking about investing, what are the differences between ADA, Ethereum, and other smart contract blockchains? And what are the real things we need to look for in order to understand them as investments? More information on this video, resources, and the video timestamps are in the description as always. So if you're watching a video on Cardano, you know all about smart contracts blockchains. Yes, Bitcoin is number one, the largest store of value, the premier asset. But as we look down the top 10, we have Ethereum, Binance Coin, which has many uses, but is now a proxy for the Binance Smart Chain, Cardano at number 5, and then down at Polkadot, rounding off the smart contracts blockchains in the top 10. Why then do smart contracts blockchains make up so many of the top 10 coins, given that another 2 are actually stable coins? And what specifically makes Cardano different? Why would you invest in Cardano and not Binance Coin and not Ethereum? Well, luckily we don't have to choose one, but smart contracts, whether it be on Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, or Cardano, offer us so much more utility. And this is why I believe there is legs in these blockchains in addition to Bitcoin. Firstly, on Cardano specifically, we have CNFT, which is Cardano's NFT marketplace. NFTs allow artists to protect their own copyright and possibly to monetize it for the rest of time. If Van Gogh or Picasso could have made their artwork an NFT, a trust set up in their name could have received a portion of the proceeds every time one of their artworks was sold, meaning that their family could benefit from their work for hundreds and thousands of years. Yes, right now, most NFTs are stupid drawings and knickknacks, but do not discount these either. These are a piece of history. Only smart contracts blockchains can support things like non-fungible tokens. But more than pixel art, NFTs are so useful for many other things. For example, your college diploma, your driving license, your achievements, your grades. And we'll get onto later how exactly Cardano are going to use NFTs for that purpose. Next, of course, we have decentralized finance. And in Cardano's case, we have projects like Oakum and also projects like Giro Wallet. Giro or Giro Wallet, as you may call it, is essentially an app that is going to let you buy, store, send, receive, and swap any asset. Not just assets that are listed on Cardano, but it will be cross-chain, meaning any crypto asset has the potential to be swapped and sent using this wallet. Another huge advantage of Cardano is that it will be cross-chain, meaning that assets across different chains will have the ability to be sold, swapped, and sent over Cardano as well. Bitcoin as a store of value asset is A1. It is the premier property, the premier digital asset. It is like bedrock and it can't and shouldn't be changed often, if at all. However, smart contracts blockchains are more like the buildings built on top of the bedrock, meaning they can change and they can also adapt to the needs of everyone using them. So for example, World Mobile Token is actually launching on the Cardano blockchain. And this project aims to bring low cost data and cellular connection to people across the African continent. Where does Cardano fit in then? Well, Cardano will be used as the front end blockchain and allow people to buy and sell data on the network. People can sign up with their wallet, confirm their identity with Cardano's Atala Prism, and even use Cardano and the World Mobile Token to pay for their data. Before we talk about how Cardano is uniquely investing across the continent of Africa, thank you to this video sponsor, Bybit. Trade crypto futures on Bybit with trading in Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, and way more market supported. Or buy and hodl your crypto with Bybit's new spot trading market where you can get 0% maker trading fees. Use Bybit's easy fiat on-ramps or transfer in your crypto to trade with those low fees in the spot market. You can find out more about Bybit's low trading fees and sign up offers via the link in the video description below. Cardano in particular though, they really do have a different outlook to the projects built on Ethereum or Binance Smart Chain, for example. Cardano has a focus on building its connections throughout the African continent. So blockchain comes of age in Africa. Cardano is investing multi-million-dollar deals with various government organizations across Africa. Don't take my word for it though. At a recent Cardano 360 event, we got a great update on exactly what Cardano are doing in Africa to push forward blockchain usage and adoption.
Next, we got an update about how things are going in Africa. And if you're new to the community, back in April, there was a massive deal announced with the Ethiopian government and the Ministry of Education to bring on 5 million users using IOG's Atala Prism digital identity solution to track students' educational performance. They are now selecting which schools will be the first to deploy this technology and plan to have all the selected schools using this technology and the students on the blockchain by the end of the year. And John O'Connor mentioned a Haskell course they would be running in Ghana in January 2022 with the hopes that the course graduates can work locally with entrepreneurs and businesses to grow the community in this region.
Everything sounds so positive for Cardano in Africa, but I personally see many roadblocks along the way. Africa is a huge continent and it is incredibly fragmented in terms of the countries, the governments, and the people in charge. Even if one government is friendly and conducive to Cardano's infrastructure investment, that government could quickly change into one that actually doesn't want to work with Cardano. So there are definitely risks here. However, I do see this almost as a no-lose for Cardano. Yes, they would lose probably a lot of money and time if things were not to work out as they'd planned. However, the Cardano blockchain is being built, and once it is built and it's up and running, it can be used in any country in the world and by anyone that wants to use it. Ethereum has proved that if you build it, they will come, and that's what Cardano are doing right now. And even if specific deals in Africa that Cardano are getting into don't work out as planned, unleashing this technology into the world is going to create many positive aspects and many victories for Cardano that they probably can't even envisage as of right now. It's impossible to talk about Cardano without comparing Cardano to its biggest rival Ethereum and also Binance Smart Chain, because there are many data points that we can look at. One of the major ones is to look how the price of Cardano has fared versus the price of Ethereum. We can go back a year and we can actually see that Cardano has fared quite well in comparison to the price of Ethereum. Definitely way more valuable versus Ethereum right now as in comparison to a year ago. What does this mean? Well, it means that investors are happy to pay more for Cardano in comparison to the price of Ethereum now than they were a year ago. And the reason for this mainly is the development of Cardano compared to what it was a year ago. We are very close now to smart contracts on Cardano, whereas a year ago that really wasn't the case. Ethereum, on the other hand, as we know, is going through a very slow development with Ethereum 2.0, possible scaling solutions as well. As investors, we now have to work out if Cardano is going to keep adding value even more in comparison to Ethereum is adding value over time. It is not just a case of both Ethereum and Cardano going up in value. We maybe want to choose the one that is going to beat the other in a side-by-side comparison in terms of price. No one can predict the price, of course. I do want to highlight the chart of BNB, because as BNB or Binance Smart Chain grew its user base and grew the amount of transactions on a daily basis, we saw an absolutely ginormous increase in value of BNB, starting not even a year ago at around $45, $50, $60 and topping out around $700 per coin. There are many reasons for this though, not just Binance Smart Chain. Binance was a huge exchange player and a massive name in the industry. Regulatory issues have seen the price fall off of BNB though, but we can take this huge growth in the price along with that growth in usage, and we could reasonably predict that if smart contracts go well and a lot of usage comes to the Cardano blockchain, it may also see a similar rise in terms of the value of the market capitalization. To highlight the huge difference in terms of the development of Cardano versus something like Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain, we only have to look at the daily transactions. Over the last 15 days, you can see that Cardano processes around 24 or 30, topping out at around 33, 35,000 transactions per day. That isn't very many, especially when we compare it to something like Binance Smart Chain. You can see topping out at around 13 million transactions in just one day. That also dwarfs the amount of transactions on Ethereum, which is topping out at the moment at around 1.3 million per day. You may say then, looking at the market cap of all of these coins, Cardano is overpriced. Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain both process more transactions, and each transaction, of course, brings with it transaction fees. That's not the whole story though. If we go back and look at the Binance Smart Chain statistics, you can see how many active validators are running the entire Binance Smart Chain. 21. That is certainly not a lot of validators to run a blockchain. Cardano, conversely, we can see there are nearly 3,000 stake pools. Cardano then is unbelievably more decentralized than Binance Smart Chain, and that is worth a lot of value when it comes to blockchains and cryptocurrencies. Like I said, Binance Smart Chain is really a centralized version of Ethereum, taking a lot of the traffic away from Ethereum right now simply because there just isn't enough space and scale on the Ethereum blockchain. Binance Smart Chain have those transactions, but for that low price and high amount of transactions, you essentially give up decentralization at the moment. That is why Cardano, as we can see, is valued so highly in comparison to Ethereum and Binance, which are far more down the road in terms of their development. Ethereum already having smart contracts, NFTs, decentralized finance, same for Binance Coin. And the Cardano price is really sitting there in anticipation that Cardano will also have these, but also have a decentralized network too. How do we then know which blockchain is valued appropriately? Is Ethereum valued appropriately? Is Cardano overvalued or undervalued? One of the best ways to actually value any blockchain is something called NVT, otherwise known as network value to transactions ratio. What this essentially does is take the value of the transactions on a blockchain on any given day and then has that as a ratio compared to the market cap of that cryptocurrency. So Ethereum, you can see the market cap around 300 billion, Binance Coin around 55 billion, and 42 billion more or less for Cardano. This is though again a very tricky thing because Ethereum has transactions, same for Binance Smart Chain, but as we know, Cardano is not even rolled out smart contracts yet. We know that's coming in September, and it's just at a different stage in the development. Interestingly, with Ethereum, this ratio is actually falling. Even though the price is rising, the NVT ratio is going down, meaning that the price isn't rising enough in comparison to the genuine uptake and usage of the network. The amount of value that is being transacted and sent across Ethereum is growing at a faster rate than the price of Ethereum itself. In any case, we can see an NVT for Ethereum that goes in the region of around 25 or 30, up to a high of around 100 with a median in the range of around 50. So when valuing other blockchains like Binance Smart Chain or ADA, a good first step would be to put an NVT of 50 on there, check what the price is at the current time that you're looking at ADA, and then making a decision whether it's over or undervalued in comparison to other blockchains. So when looking at smart contracts blockchains, absolutely no one knows who is going to win, whether it will be Ethereum taking all of the network usage, or whether Binance, Cardano, and Polkadot will also make up big chunks of this ever-growing space. Some things to look for though when investing would be the amount of validators and decentralization on the network, the amount of transactions flowing on that network, as we've seen with Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain, and also when valuing a blockchain, something like NVT or the network value to transactions is a good place to start. Let me know what you think about Cardano though, the way it's set up, the markets that it's trying to get into. I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks again to Bybit for sponsoring this video though. If you want to go ahead and trade ADA futures or even use their spot market to buy and hodl your crypto with those 0% maker fees, do check Bybit out by clicking the link in the description, going through and seeing what sign-up offers may be available when you're watching this video. Thank you so much for watching. Do subscribe for daily helpful crypto content, and I'll see you in the next one.